If you want perfect, gorgeous rings like the ones you see here in Legend of Slime, then you just found the right glitch guide video. The next update for Legend of Slime is coming out soon, so I highly advise you taking advantage of this glitch as soon as possible. You can do so by using the emulator I have linked down below, which I'll guide you through shortly. But again, if you missed it from our previous video, we passed the 17,500 subscriber milestone, so we are doing our usual $50 milestone gift card giveaway. Just comment below to enter, and comment on our previously uploaded mining guide video for a second entry if you haven't already. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss out, and be sure to like the video for more content like this. As for the glitch, it's a wonder whether or not it's going to be patched in the next update, or if we're going to be able to use this glitch going forward, especially after we head on over to version 2.0 of the game. But if you didn't know already, Legend of Slime doesn't sync to the cloud with every input you do within the game. That would likely be too costly on the server end, considering the amount of players that the game does have daily. So we have situations like this that we can abuse. You can see me playing in the background, refreshing into the same Slime Legion floor multiple times, as I keep jumping back in, going for that ring attribute that I want. Now, to do this, we first need an emulator, which I have linked in the comment and description box below. I highly advise using BlueStacks, which is what is linked there, since it's honestly the only emulator that I trust having on my devices. And when it comes to Slime Legion, it is the only emulator that hasn't failed for me so far. Once you go to the link, go ahead and tap the Play Legend of Slime on PC button, as you can see highlighted here. This will prompt the emulator to download. Once you have it downloaded, open the executable file and press install now. You'll have to wait a bit for it to install, and once it does, the emulator will open itself up, so just wait so it doesn't mess up with the installation. After 30 seconds or so, depending on the speed of your computer, the emulator will open by itself and you'll see the following pop-up. Press the install now from Google Play button, sign in, and then you'll be prompted to download the game as shown here. Once you do install Legend of Slime after signing into your Google Play account, go to the settings in Legend of Slime and press account to sign into your linked Google or Apple account. And then now you can go ahead and start glitching with this guide. The way I start is by opening multiple instances. You only really need 2, but I open up a dozen or so for assurance and speed. When you initially download BlueStacks, you'll start off with 1 instance. As you can see here, I have multiple. What I do is I clone my initial instance that we are provided. You'll have to stop the emulator to do this. Click the clone button as I show here. These are the settings I chose for each instance. It's up to you really what settings you choose, but these are the ones that work best with my PC. You can adjust them lower or higher depending on the number of instances you open, but you really only need 2. Now once you've done this, I'll show you how to be as efficient as possible with your Slime Legion dungeon run. So don't skip this part because it'll save you hours and hours of time. What you want to do is load up the game and then disconnect your Wi-Fi or Ethernet from your PC or laptop. Once you do that, go ahead and hop into Slime Legion. As you hop in, you have no connection, so don't worry too much about messing up here. When you're in the dungeon, you get the initial attribute roll. If that roll isn't what you want, go ahead and press the refresh button. As you refresh, it shows you the new attributes, but also the game force syncs to the cloud. However, since we are no longer connected to the internet, the game can't sync. Even though it can't sync, the game does oftentimes save the game locally, which is why we have 2 instances. So if the attributes you want aren't found within the first 2 rolls, go ahead and just exit out of the instance. And as you can see here, I have multiple open for that reason. So I just reconnect my Wi-Fi or Ethernet and hop right back into the game. Now we just rinse and repeat. I'm going to hop into Slime Legion again, disconnect my internet, refresh my attributes, If it isn't the one that I want, I just exit out and keep repeating until it's the one I need. Now I'll also show you what to do once you get the attributes that you want. As you can see here, we're on floor 11 and we got a skill damage attribute. This is from one of our previously glitched instances. Now we got a grade increase, which is what we wanted as well. And of course we want to save this. Make sure to reconnect your internet. If you exit out of the emulator now, you'll lose the attribute you just got, so be sure not to do that. What you do want to do is essentially go into the emulator tabs by pressing the button at the bottom right of the screen as I show here, or you can also go back to the home screen and then go back to Legend of Slime without closing it. Once you do this, you'll get a long Cloud Sync logo show up. Just let the Cloud Sync do its thing. Once it goes away, do the same thing again. Go to the home screen and back to the game, or just go to the tabs and back. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. I just do them a few times because I've been burned by it before. It's apparently a 30-second sync, but that has failed me in the past, so I just spam it a few times just to be sure. Now that the attribute is saved, we can continue doing the same thing. The reason why we save the attribute at the attribute screen is so we can have 2 roles instead of 1. If we select the attribute and then save, we can only refresh once due to the forced Cloud Sync. But if you go into the next attribute from the original attribute screen, it acts like a second role. So anyone who has been doing it incorrectly has only been getting 1 refresh each time, forcing their Slime Legion glitch runs to take much longer. In reality, it could be taking half the time, so do use this tip. Some other tips I have for you are to only connect your internet after the emulator instance is closed. Otherwise, there is a chance for the game to sync prematurely, giggity. You also want to choose grade on floors 1 and 15 if you're going for certain S-rank rings. This is because floors 1 and 15 only get 1 attribute per roll, making these the hardest floors to get a max attribute roll for. For me, that would be 325% for floors 5 and 10, so you never want to choose grade on those floors. Again, this is because they are the easiest to get the max attribute levels on, so always go for attributes like skill or companion damage on floors 5 and 10, and grade for floors 1 and 15. Other than that, this should be a very good overview of what to do to ensure you are using the ring glitch correctly. The links to the emulator are in the comment and description box below. If you have questions, comment down below and I'll help answer them. And don't forget to comment to enter the giveaway as well. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more Legend of Slime content like this. Enjoy.